Alright, are we back? Sorry, my Streamlabs died for a second there. So if I post this video, I'll have to splice the footage together or something. What I meant to say is we did some kind of crazy Omega cheese, and I had to turn off stream for a couple seconds. I'm just joking. And I'm gonna trank this because that does not require line of sight. Okay, and yeah, I came in around the corner a little late, and it was just really struggling to catch back up. Alright, you know what, we'll get our bleeds here. I'm not gonna DPS here, this hallway's too scary. This guy's just not stabilizing, so we're just gonna keep putting regrowths into him. I'm gonna save my wild growth here. Build up some combo points so that for this next pull we can just immediately go in, ready to roll. Using Nature's Swiftness on this DK. Let's get Life Bloom back up. I'm just going to keep it on myself, I think, for these pulls. To deal with all the random damage that comes out. Oh my gosh.
I wish you had lasted a little longer.
One global, and we're dead. Alright, let's recover with Convoke. Let's get Life Bloom back out. I'm going to put it on myself again. I don't have Bark Skin, so I'm just going to Iron Bark myself here for this dot. We're going to go into Spinning Plates mode, just maxing out hots on everybody. Okay, she bubble taunted, that's good. Keep 2 stacks of Rejuve on everybody. Put a Dispel. Rough. Okay, we'll do a micro drink while she's pulling here. I'll help her recover with a Swift Mend into using Rejuve on her. Let's get this Dispel myself. Let's use Nature's Swiftness to initially stabilize the Hunter. The other one popped a defensive, which is good, so I can focus on popping up the other one. Apparently I don't have Life Bloom up, so that was a fail. Get that Dispel right away. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and Wild Growth and Convoke. There's Runic Glaive, it's on Kala. She's defensive, so I'm going to Iron Bark myself. This next boss fight really doesn't have any healing to be done, so we're good. Okay, oh, she Kala feigned or something to stop the Runic Glaive, so that's awesome. Okay, we'll step in here, catch a quick drink.
Stand down. I have permission from Lorthamar himself.
Liar! None shall lay hands on the Cynosure. The Cynosure remains here.
Alright, moving Life Bloom back to the tank for this one. We're going to damage pot. We're going to go ahead and use Heart of the Wild. Go ahead and Convoke offensively here, because I don't think I need it for healing. Some extra hots into the Hunter here. I'm going to go ahead and put Life Bloom on the Hunter. Move it back to the tank now. Let's get our bleeds back up.
Mark for defeat.
Okay, and we'll do Trank real quick. Move it out of that. And Then I'll have Convoke for the next mechanic here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we'll do Everbloom healing into Wild Growth. I meant to do the other way, but I canceled my cast because I was not sure if I was going to make it in time. It would have been much better to cancel the cast than to possibly get silenced. That would be lethal. Okay, Slat has it. Probably going to drop it here. Maybe she'll just keep it the whole time.
I am unrelenting.
That seems like a choice that she would make.
Marked for defeat.
Yeah, she just bubbled it off. Nice.
5, 4, 3,
Wild Growth,
1.
precast the Swiftmend, and proc Everbloom.
Your fall is written. Speak no more.
You can just hold on to that, but he's not going to. Alright.
Help me remove the wards around the Sinisher.
Alright. That hallway is just rough, but it's all downhill from here. Knock on wood. Or carbon fiber, or whatever this desk is made out of. Okay, let's get Life Bloom up on the tank. I'm going to stealth. She's pulling back to here. Okay, let's get Hot up so we can have something to Swiftmend. I'm going to go ahead and Convoke here. We'll just go ahead and Heart of the Wild. Get some dots out. Want another high health target for my second rip. Let's refresh the Life Bloom. Overlapped Ironbark and Sack there on the DK. Need to get Life Bloom refreshed on the tank. I think it's, yeah, it's just going to drop off. I need to get something out on, I'm just going to health pot because I don't really have hots up right now. Okay, I'm getting the Life Bloom back out on the tank. Consuming Shadows is starting now. I'm going to get that cast off and Trank. Gotta get this guy dead before the next Consuming Void. Oh, or Consuming Shadows, whatever it's called. Almost, we'll just pull that in. Yeah, I was in the middle of Convoking. I just didn't have a way to directly target that guy or get any dispels. Unfortunate.
Hello, hello.
Lord,
Make a deal, eh?
Lorigin, thank you for the follow. Go ahead and send Heart of the Wild, just get it on cooldown. Okay, probably shouldn't have convoked there. That was not really necessary. I should have saved it for this Consuming Shadows. So I'm going to really just focus on mana here. Using my mana, just spinning plates. Gonna Ironbark him. He turtled. Very nice. That's the nice thing about Druid is you can, at any point you want, you can just convert mana into a cooldown, essentially. Okay, let's save these combo points for somebody with more health. Like that Tyrant, that'd be nice. Let's do that. Refresh Life Bloom. I'm going to go ahead and use Everbloom Healing, and then we'll go into a Wild Growth. This guy's taking a beating. He's got the defensive up. That's good. That's on me. This is going to be a health heal absorb. I'm going to convoke this. Devouring Strike. Oh. Refresh Life Bloom. Who's that on? Booties. Let's use Nature Swiftness to get rid of that. I'm going to use Ironbark. I'm going to use Trank. Oh, never mind. We're good. She must have hit a big wog or something. Alright, I have Damage Pot. I'm going to go ahead and send Empowered Rake, Rip, and then I am saving my Convoke. We're going to go ahead and pre-ramp because this Cosmic Sting hits quite hard, so I'm just ramping up with Rejuves on everybody. I'm going to Bark Skin this. We're going to Everbloom and Wild Growth to handle that. Oh, that didn't hit very hard at all. Some nice bleeds up. Okay, let's get Rejuves up on everybody. Here's Astral Grasp. Here's the pull. Wild Growth while we have the ability to do so. Just use a Nature Swiftness. I don't think I need to send a full Convoke into him. Here's the Sting. Let's move to the edge. I'm just going to Ironbark myself here. And we're going to use Convoke. Special on Booties is out of range. There's Neuralink. Let's go touch a Squid. Fresh Life Bloom on myself. I'm going to have it on myself for the extra heal amp since there is so much group-wide damage and the tank or one specific target's not in danger. I'm just leaning more on that. I can't really do much direct healing. I just can throw a Rejuve and Pray during that suck. Okay, here's the Sting. I do have Bark Skin for this, so I'm going to pop that. And we're going to go ahead and Trank this. Re-ramp the group into this Grasp. Fresh Life Bloom. Here we go. I'm going to start off with Wild Growth. And we'll just send Nature Swiftness on one of the hunters. I think we're good. We'll just start a drink real quick while this pack gets gathered. Oh, I don't have Tiger's Dash. That's a problem. I'll Stampeding Roar to catch up. You really gotta help Slat here. Just throw an Ironbark on. Overlapped with Guardian of Ancient Kings, but I wasn't entirely sure what she was going to use, and I know she needed something, so. And then used Convoke to help get caught up and stabilized. Okay, I do have. I'm not going to send that right now. I do have Heart of the Wild. Let's go ahead and send it now on somebody that has enough health to live for the full duration of the bleed. And then using my combo points on a second rip. I have Tiger's Dash. I'm going to go ahead and stealth as well. Send Iron Bark here. I'm just going to try to manually click on some of the health frames of the higher health targets. These Voidlings don't matter, so don't really want to be putting bleeds into them. Be a little tricky to do. Didn't really need cooldowns for that pull. It's this pull I do. So I'm going to be saving my stuff here. Remove Life Bloom to myself here so I can get stacks before this Consuming Shadows. Here it is. I'm going to go ahead and Convoke. He was just low. Terrible overlap there. He needed a turtle. With Life Bloom for the Blooming Frenzy, Prow Healing on the tank. Let's make sure, watch our feet here. Remark of the Wild. I don't know if I already pushed it or not, but it doesn't hurt to check.
I'll need to attune the Cynosure to the Void Storm.
Quick little drink.
Is that monstrosity?
Start stealthed. Use damage pot into our cooldowns. Send Convoke here. We're all on the same side here. I'm going to scoot over this way. Don't have range on the tank. Now I do. Let's use Trank here.
As expected. Cascade. The void hunger. Shattering shadows. Shattering shadows.
Let's go ahead and send Convoke here. Put this Dispel on cooldown. Trying to get it frame 1 as soon as it gets applied.
It is done. We
Okay.
have our
Could have been
way
cleaner,
into the
and my recording cut out halfway between, so I don't know if I'll post that or not.
and perhaps offer an apology for the
Okay.
near catastrophe.
Damage breakdown. Healing breakdown.
I have many, many wares.
Zenus. Alright. Okay, running a plus 17 Nexus Point Zenith. This is my talent setup.
5, 4, 3,
And gear.
2, 1.
Just joining a pug. Same tank I normally play with.
5,
Gonna be doing commentary as we go
3,
throughout this,
2,
so
1.
let's hit it.
Lothraxian, give
Start
up
off
this
with the
bullshit.
Stampeding Roar. Probably
We've already
good to
won.
save that for a moment that's a little more useful, but
All of Silvermoon in danger. This
I'll start
isn't
stealth
just a
here.
risk.
Just immediately going to
We have to find them if we're going to stop Lothraxian.
Convoke. I messed up my keybinds there. There we go. Meant to get off a quick Heart of the Wild, but then I fumbled over my keybind somehow, and so I just did a panic convoke and fixed that. Hope I dispelled. I meant to keep those. Really just keep those on anybody but the tank. Okay, I'm going to start building up some combo points for the next pull, so I can start off with a big old bleed, big old rip. And I'll dispel this on myself just for fun. I don't know if I had to push Mark of the Wild, so hopefully nobody saw that. We kind of entered and immediately threw in the key, so let's shapeshift that. And this does not have a sear, so we can probably DPS just a little bit. Shapeshift these. Gonna build up combo points, and then we're gonna throw everything on the seer in this next pull. Because we want big prio damage. Things get a lot easier once he's dead. I'm just gonna send it on this. I don't want this to blow up. Just get off a quick Heart of the Wild into the Seer. Wild Growth into Convoke. Watching my feet, because that's an embarrassing way to die. Not really touching the transferences unless they're on the tank. He bubbled, that's good. Just really putting some extra support into the tank on this pull. We'll sit on combo points here, leading into next pull. We're going this way. Tiger's Dash to keep up. A stealth, I'm going to go ahead and jump in. I was going to try to get a rake on somebody, but I don't want to wait that long. Kind of overlapped Ironbark with Guardian of Ancient Kings. Transference is going out. Is it on the tank? Nope, it's on me. We're good. Watch our feet. She's done a really good job of rotating defensives. I want to convoke this. And then I'm going to go ahead and damage pot and focus in on this seer. I want him dead. Put a rip on a second target. Spread some extra rejuves leading into this next arcing mana. Wild growth. I don't think I need to send Trank. I'm going to go ahead and send Trank there. Fresh Life Bloom. Just using Wild Growth for the extra hot on the tank, honestly. Transference, who's it on? Getting off the tank, we're good. I should have saved my combo points there. Quickly catch a little tiny drink, and then we need to move, not get cut off. Okay, we're going now. Coming into here. Good, he didn't get cut off. Let's get our bleeds up. We gotta move. Yep. Should honestly hold on to that one, right? Yeah. Because now we're just hosed. We gotta move back here. Yep, you just need to hold that one right before the knock. Alright, we just gotta convoke and pray. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I don't know if we're still going or what. They're not trying to stand and stuff, so I guess I'll... hold on to mine here. All right.
Don't forget to send the conduits.
Hey Donovan, how's it going, man? Gosh, this cup holder. Oh, I got that earthworm posture. Ugh. Let's not do that. I hate this chair, man. Promotes such bad posture, and it's just falling apart. Like I've literally got this like posture cushion wedge that I use for playing cello, and then I got a pillow behind my back and a pillow off to my my right arm because I get like I don't know kind of repetitive stress injuries if I'm resting my hand on the hard desk and stuff. Getting old. What key is this? Nexus point.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummles. Like you.
Dave. All right, round 2. Hopefully a little less claustrophobic this time. All right, running this plus 17 Nexus point as Resto.
5,
Here's my talent setup.
4,
Ooh, the 5
3,
second pull.
2, 1.
And gear. I'm doing commentary for this key. This is
5,
kind of a half and half
4,
pug.
3,
Slat and Kev are
2,
friends that I've done a
1.
lot of keys with this season in most of my videos. And then this is somebody else's pug key that we joined into. Starting off with stacking up a bunch of hots on the tank. Gonna be stealthed. I'm gonna target this guy, get an empowered rake, send Heart of the Wild, get a rip, and convoke quickly to try to top back up the tank. That was a little spooky. Build up some combo points for this next pull. We still got a little bit of time on this one, so I'll go ahead and send it and then build them again. Cool. Stacking up pots. We're gonna we can't reach. It's gonna pre-swift mend so that I could have it banked up in stealth, but got out of range there. Okay, we're gonna Iron Bark now that this is ending. The Ardent Defender is ending. Got Shapeshift and Freedom to take care of those debuffs. Get some bleeds out. Fresh Life Bloom. We'll use Nature Swiftness to top of Kev here. And I'm going to convoke this. Making sure we spend the... Oh, all my hots just instantly disappeared off of her. That's weird. What I was saying is making sure to spend the Soul of the Forest that we got from Convoke before pressing Swiftmend again. Don't want to waste that. Okay, we're going to stack up Hots on the tank. And start... Well, we're not able to stealth right now, so we already missed it. I'm going to go ahead and... Ooh, Iron Bark. And we're just going to go into big group healing here. Going to go ahead and Trank. Now that that's all done, we're going to go ahead and get Heart of the Wild off cooldown. Relying on Everbloom and Wild Growth healing, and really watching my feet here. Let's refresh on the tank. I'm going to move out of this mess. Let's refresh the rejuves on the tank. I can't really go in there, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw out some Moonfires. Alright, we can stealth now. I don't really want to stun anything out of range, though. Nature Swiftness on the Shaman, and then using Convoke as well. Let's shapeshift once we can. Moving out of that. Okay, let's get our bleeds out. Really just watching for transferences that get cast on the tank. The rest of them I'm just kind of leaving. There's one. Use an Iron Bark and a Swiftmend to help stabilize the tank. Ooh, nearly. Getting trucked. More so than the last one. I wonder if maybe there's like a broken gear piece or something. Maybe not. Maybe that's just hits hard. Let's use Convoke to stabilize here. I'm gonna go ahead and use Heart of the Wild to get this seared dead. Let's refresh Life Bloom. Use Nature Swiftness to do a bit of spot healing on the Priest. Could have honestly saved my my Heart of the Wild for using it on the boss with a pot, but I've already got 30 seconds on cooldown because of that, because of sending it early. So it's all good. I'll just send it when it's available. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drop mine here. And we just tried another 17 of this where we didn't save one and instead we did not have any room to move for this Core Spark. We should be good here though. Okay. Now we really need to move over here. I'm going to move Wild Growth and Everbloom healing. We'll go ahead and Convoke as well. Move Life Bloom to myself. I'm just going to keep it here for the remainder, because the tank doesn't really need it. It's on me. I'm going to hold it here in case we get really unlucky like that. Gonna ironbark myself there. I don't have a cooldown quite yet, so we're in a little bit of trouble. Okay, we're good now. Just gonna convoke to fix that. Let's go ahead and get these. Using bear form for the extra bit of survivability. Alright, and then we have our stuff, so let's go ahead and send damage pot. We'll send Heart of the Wild as well. Okay, let's refresh Hots. We need to bait it over here. Don't have anything. Dave's just dead. Cock's just dead.
Don't forget to send the conduits.
Yeah, it's just out of range for a couple globals too many.
Will realize I was right, Hilaria. Your judgment has been clouded by the void, as it always does.
My vision has
All
never
good.
been clearer, Lothraxian, but I don't want to believe it.
Okay, stacking up Hots on the tank. And go ahead and refresh Life Bloom because that's the important one. Swiftmend and Stealth, so we don't get any healer aggro, and also so we can get an Empowered Rake. I think I lost a Soul of the Forest there. Didn't see if my other one ended. I just saw that she really needed healing there. Should release. Okay, and then we're going to convoke all this. We're going to watch out for the beams. Let's refresh Life Bloom. Boy.
I simply wish you had lasted a little longer.
She still has a couple cooldowns, so we should be okay to get back in range. Alright, and now she's out of juice, so let's get into there and get as many Hots as possible. Life Bloom. Fresh Mark of the Wild on everybody. Unfortunate, all those smudges getting. I could have played that better. I could have Ursoled or something. Pretty sure all of us had stuff that we could have done better there. Gonna Ironbark on the tank. Alright, and we're just gonna send a little bit of damage. It's a lot of extra targets here we gotta kill our way through. Really need the tank to not die, so I'm gonna be careful while she doesn't have defensives up. Use Nature Swiftness into Kev to get his health a little bit more manageable. I don't think I need to send Trank here. Damage was almost done. That was not good. That was quite a bit of lost time on that with the extra mobs and also with the actual like death. Lost a minute 30 on that. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just refresh Hots on the tank and not risk anything. Not doing a good job of spreading out externals. I'm overlapped again with Ardent Defender. Oh, and I got lucky there that I didn't get hit by a beam. Moving Life Bloom there for the Blooming Frenzy. Now we're moving it back. Let's get a Wild Growth out, watch our feet. Really wasn't much healing to do, so I was focusing on getting some extra damage out, using a Cat Convoke. Getting Heart of the Wild on cooldown. So we're going to have to make up for some time now. Okay, let's move Hots back to the tank. I'm going to go ahead and Iron Bark while she's setting things up.
You have all failed in your purpose.
Send everything with Swiftmend.
Is there no end to you intruders?
It bleeds on the Lingering Image as a proud target.
Or I have to kill you myself.
Refreshing Life Bloom to give us some time before we do some cat weaving. Nick, what are your thoughts on healer's DPS responsibility on the contribution in the 14 to 17 level range? So my ideas on DPS contribution for healers is the same for just about any key range. My rule is there's only so much health to heal, right? So if there's two healers, healer A is keeping everybody healthy and alive and is doing 0 damage. And 0 utility, like 0 knocks, 0 stops, anything like that. And healer 2 is also keeping everybody alive and healing everybody up, keeping everybody's health bars stable and stuff like that, and contributing any amount of damage and utility. Then obviously the second healer is the one that's helping more, right? So as long as healing and stuff doesn't slip, any extra time, the most useful way that you can spend your time is by doing DPS. It's the argument that I get from everybody is, well, you can't do that. You can't keep everybody stable and focus on doing DPS and stuff. And it's like that's the point that I'm trying to make, is there's moments where there is not healing that needs to be done. And I can keep everybody alive and still, you know, spend 2 globals right now just doing or 3 globals, doing a Rake, Rip, and Heart of the Wild. And boom, I'm contributing. I'm doing some DPS. I'm helping, you know. So there's no set number that I'm looking for at the end of a dungeon. And I don't think that's a great thing to do. It's kind of fun to, you know, have that as a benchmark, but I don't think that that should be an expectation per se, especially for that level of range that you're talking about. It's just more of a fun personal goal. It's not because anybody says anything ever about my damage. I've never had anybody make any comments about my damage, whether it's low or high. Unless I prompted it first and said, wow, look at that damage or whatever. Or, oh, I was low that key or something like. I've never had somebody unprompted say something to me about that. So it's just a personal goal. And the most useful way to spend your time beyond the healing that needs to be done. Now, I think that in moments like this dungeon has a couple really good moments for healer damage. Like right now, if you watch my DPS, I'm not doing hardly anything, right? But as soon as the damage amp happens, I'm going to go ahead and pop. I'm not going to have Heart of the Wild for this first one, I don't think, but you'll see how much just, contributing during these damage amp phases does. So I'm going to go ahead and pre-put... I'm going to Convoke defensively first here to make sure everybody's stable. And then I'm just going to go ahead and spend all energy that I have into the boss here during this damage amp. Go ahead and send a rip as well. There you go. And the next one we'll use Heart of the Wild, so it'll be even more, but... Like there, I did hardly anything, and I did 30k. Like that's, not crazy amount, but it's not nothing. I think heal amps and stuff are especially important, or when there's a high health, or a high priority mob that really needs to die. Go bear form, make sure that I don't get aggro, or die during aggro. Let's watch this. We're going to defensive convoke. And damage pot. Oh, what was that? Oh, I got meleeed. Uh-oh. I think we're okay.
Useless. At least you can fuel my power.
Oh no. It's healing. We have 2 B-reses. Feels like a waste to send it though. Here. Hopefully these guys aren't gonna die. Well, that was a poor example, because as soon as I popped my...
You got the last conduit.
As soon as I popped my... Oh, man, and he DC'd or Alt F4'd or something. As soon as I popped my damage potion and was about to hit Heart of the Wild, I got aggro and died there. Something, that was weird.
Lefraxian, this isn't what the light demands.
Try to DPS as much as you can, but even on keys, or it's felt like you did what you could, DPS total is no more than 3 to 5%. Yeah, it's not about a certain number, per se. It's just, it's the concept, right? Numbers aside, it's beyond keeping the group safe and doing the healing that's needed. Damaging is the most useful use of your time, regardless of what that number is. It used to be, I would recommend kicks as your next prio after healing, because that can make a huge difference. But now that we don't have a kick, it's no longer the case, and also I'm getting trucked here. Let's dispel the other target and spark skin myself here. These swarms are eating this guy alive. I'm gonna go ahead and trank this. Nice bop. Yeah, we're having to do some pretty toxic stuff to get this timed, so it's do or die at this point. Let's do a quick dip into bear form with extra health. And I'm okay with burning some extra mana here to keep everybody safe, because there's like no healing to be done. Oh my gosh. During the... oh man. Priest's going through it, trying to survive. And stay connected. Ironbark Kev here. Let's dispel the priest. Alright, we got damage pot in a minute. Okay, we're going to pull that in with it. I'm just going to go ahead and move Life Bloom back to the tank. Just going to send Heart of the Wild and Convoke here. And then at least Convoke will be back up for damage pot. Build some combo points leading into this. And we'll prep the knock with Wild Growth, Swiftmend, and as soon as we get knocked, we'll go ahead and pop Everbloom Healing. I'm going to let them solve this, and I'm just going to keep everybody topped. Okay, we're just going to send Convoke here now. And then I'm going to save damage pot for the next minute with Convoke and Heart of the Wild. So it's using Trank here, since we use Convoke offensively. Move out of this, we'll save Heart of the Wild for this next one. Or Soul of the Forest. No, it's going to expire, so we'll just go ahead and cast it. Prep this with a Swiftmend. Go ahead and top this guy with a Nature Swiftness. Alright, and then let's get our bleeds back up. Here's the knock. Let's make sure we don't get knocked into stuff. Alright, and we'll use Everbloom Healing, Wild Growth. Nice. Alright, and here we go. We got Damage Pot, Heart of the Wild, Convoke. I'm just gonna go ahead and Iron Bark him and Bark Skin myself. I'm gonna trust my Hots there, because I knew that the dot was about to end and there's like no damage for a while after that, so trusted my Hots could finish the job. We let Life Bloom fall off, that's unfortunate. Okay, prepping this with Wild Growth into using our Everbloom Healing. We use Nature Swiftness on the Priest. Let's do a little bit extra there. Alright, we got a minute. Really need to get this. So I'm going to have full combo points here. We're going to Wild Growth. Need to look for... There he is. Alright, and... let's get a Convoke here. We'll Stampede and Roar that. Alright. Bit scuffy, but we got it.
Farewell, old friend.
Alright, damage breakdown. Healing breakdown. And again, all that talk about healer DPS and stuff, like I did 13k. That obviously would have been a little bit better if I had not died during the damage amp, but it is... oh, I think I might need that. Mission. Yeah, I don't have that one. Cool. But yeah, the number aside, it's just the concept stays. number doesn't really matter. It's just beyond healing. Utility and DPS is going to be the most useful way of your time. And I mean, with 40 seconds left, one could argue that that made a pretty big difference. But I'm not as passionate as about that as it might seem. It's just a question I get a lot, and people want a passionate answer one way or the other. There's people that are like, I'm a healer and I refuse to do any DPS. And I will sit there and spam regrowths at 100% health to avoid doing any damage because I am so against it. And then there's people that are saying like, what's a good number to aim for? Or how much should I be doing? What trinkets can I run to do more damage? What stats should I be dropping to get more damage? And I think either of those is a bad direction to go. I think your job, first and foremost, is as a healer, is to heal and keep your group stable and safe. And it does reach a point where there's only so much of that you can do, and so your time beyond that is best spent helping the key go a little faster.
It's so good to see you again.
All right. Anyways, I'm gonna use the bathroom quick. Okay. What was this? 18 Windrunner. Okay. Let's see, how much IO was that? 12. Cool. Alright, Emission of Light. Yeah, that's a good trinket. Do I have an Occlusion of Void? No. Alright, running an 18 Windrunner Spire as Resto Druid. This is my talent setup. And gear. Gonna be doing commentary for this one as we go. This group's kind of a mix. We got Hank and Red Friend, and then this is Pug's Key. So this
Five,
first pull
4,
is
3,
pretty spicy,
2,
so I'm not really
1.
worried about doing any kind of damage or anything weird like that. I'm really just gonna at most get like a Heart of the Wild out on
5,
somebody, but I'm gonna
4,
try to
3,
pre-ramp the tank here.
2, 1.
Get max hots on her.
My sisters were the last of his
We'll go ahead and
Elizos,
Stampeding
but
Roar.
they threw their home and their
Gonna
pride
refresh
away.
Life Bloom one last time and Swiftman to extend everything. Stealth.
The Ranger General
And I'm
was
gonna stay
sharp and
close.
steadfast,
I'm gonna look
while
for.
the Peacekeeper kept the calm.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my Soul of the Forest, and we'll convoke. And now that everything is in one place, I'm gonna look for a Steward. I'm gonna get a Dispel. Why can I not find a Steward? We're just gonna quickly get a Heart of the Wild and knock everything out here. Use a Tranquility. Move Lifeline myself for the extra cleave healing on people. We got Dispel back, so let's get that off the Mage. I'm gonna just Bark Skin my own, and I'm gonna put Iron Bark into the Priest. I'm gonna go ahead and Dispel the Priest as well. Cool. Same plan. Let's get Hots up on the tank. This pull really doesn't do any damage, so I'm just going to focus on getting a little bit of DPS out. Dispelling one, and then using Nature Swiftness for the other. We have Dispel again in 2 seconds, so let's go ahead and get that now. Now that the Steward's dead, we're good to move.
Peacekeeper of our family. She spent many days tending to the gardens here, but the wilderness has
Still don't have
overtaken
Stampeding
her.
Roar back. Nice knock to cancel the Dragon Hawk there. Let's get the Dispel on the Priest. I'm going to go ahead and Convoke. As soon as this Wild Growth ends, I'm going to cast my own. The other Wild Growth. I don't have knock or anything. This is a dungeon where it would have been good to bring Stampeding or Incap Roar for the knocks on these Dragon Hawks. Just gonna health pot for myself there. And use an Ursul's knockback. Let that expire on me because I don't want to send the Dispel. I had like 2 seconds left. Okay, stacking Hots for the next pull. Swiftman and Stealth. Good for the Steward. And go ahead and Stun Rake. Spell myself. We'll do a Convoke to heal here. And I'm going to get a Heart of the Wild on this Steward. Spell's still on cooldown, so I'm gonna Iron Bark 1. Get our Life Bloom Prow healing. Get the Dispel on the other. And I have nothing for the Priest here. Dev's still good because he's got my Life Bloom, so just sending heals into somebody else. I'm gonna save my combo points here, move Life Bloom back to the tank so it can get stacked up. Stealth.
The soothing sounds of my harp brought Verisa joy beyond measure. I'll need that relic.
And I always have a tendency to get stunned here and not watching my feet, so I'm gonna watch. Come on in. Yeah, I turned off my camera though. What's up? Sorry, you guys don't get to see my beautiful wife. Doesn't like being on camera. Okay, let's build up some combo points for this next pull. I'm going to send all my damage into this bloated lasher. Yeah, and we gotta CC these Dragon Hawks. And we'll convoke this lasher damage. And I'm gonna use... Never mind. Let's see, it's on Kev. What I was trying to say there is I was saving Ironbark for whoever the Dragonhawk was targeting because I knew that our stops were a little slow from those previous pulls. So just buying a little extra time with an external. Using Tranquility here for this. Some Nature Swiftness, top of the lowest target. Alright, everything's dead. Let's go ahead and build up some extra combo points. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and rip him as well. It's in the Moonfire.
That Dragonhawk seems to have
I put Life Bloom on myself to deal with this Spore Dispersal, and we're going to Wild Growth into consume our Everbloom healing. Another Wild Growth. Alright, building up last few combo points. Okay. So he's pulling that in. Putting some hots on the tank. Just gonna go ahead and pre-rejuve everybody just for some safety for this first set of fire debuffs. Let's see who's it on. It's on them. I'll put double hots on each of them. I'm going to move Life Bloom here. We're going to damage pot, Heart of the Wild, Convoke. Move. I'm not going to move Life Bloom for now. I'll just leave it on him. So it's already stacked up to 3. He's dead. And the quick battle res. Remark of the wild. Alright, and then I'm going to top everybody up here a little bit more for this next set of updrafts. Stampeding Roar. I'm going to go ahead and Life Bloom the priest and then put Prio Heals into the mage. He's got Ice Cold running, so he should be really tanky. Okay, bleeds back into him. Watching the tank here. Searing Updraft is on me. I'm going to make sure that I'm standing next to...
Oh, your survival wasn't necessary.
That's it. I just wiped us. Yeah, I just fumbled over my binds there. I needed to top me and Kev, and he did not have defensives ready because he had died. So, but typically, what I'm planning to do there is to move Life Bloom to one target and then like externals and Prio heal the other.
I have many lucky do's come you like.
Alright, running a plus
5,
17 Windrunner
4, 3,
as Resto.
2,
Here's my talent setup
1.
and gear. Gonna be doing commentary on
5,
this as we go.
4, 3.
Start this, I'm gonna
2,
stack up hots
1.
on the tank. Max
My
hots.
sisters were the last to visit these halls, but
And then as soon as this door opens, I'm going to go ahead and Stampeding Roar.
We can calm the spirits
Free
here. Maybe
fresh
they'll
Life
share.
Bloom. I'm going to Stealth. I meant to
The
extend
Ranger
everything with
General
Life
was
Bloom, but that's
sharp and
okay.
steadfast, while the Peacekeeper
I'm just
kept
going
me
to
calm.
go ahead and pop my damage potion and do a Heart of the Wild into that Steward. I did not do a Rake because I did not want to stun it back there. But I do want the big power damage on it, so Dispel one person and Ironbark the other there. Spreading some bleeds, looking for a high health target. That Magus, we're going to go ahead and convoke. Yikes. Dispel Kev, we'll go ahead and send a very powerful regrowth there through Nature's Swiftness and Soul of the Forest with a bunch of hots out, so that was a big chunky spot heal. And we're going to save the combo points now for the next pull. Stack up hots on the tank, go ahead and extend it with Swiftmend, and hang on to that Soul of the Forest. Start this stealth. We're going for the Steward here. Going for the powerful Rake. Full Rip. Go ahead and throw a Moonfire for good measure. Spell one and Prow Heal the other. I'm going to go ahead and move Life Bloom to this Priest because we already did a key with him and he's having a hard time surviving. So I'm going to be watching him a bit extra as we go through this. Squishy Priest problems. Okay, the Steward's dead, so we're good to move. I don't have Stampeding Roar, so I'm not going to be able to help us catch up with that. We really need to get that knock on the Fire Spit. Took a little bit too much damage from that. I'm going to get the Dispel on Kev. I'm just going to use Bark Skin on myself. Let's refresh Life Bloom. I'm going to try to get some Prow damage to this Dragon Hawk. I'm not... we need to knock it. Okay, we overlapped there. We did Fear and a knock. Let's get the Dispel on this Poison. I find that hurts more than the magic debuff, so I'd honestly be rather... Well, actually, never mind, because the Paladins can be dispelling that poison. So it's my job to do the magic debuffs. Okay, getting our rip out, and then we'll just keep our energy rolling here. Build up combo points for the next pull. Let's stack hots on the tank. We'll go ahead and extend it with Swiftmend. We'll stealth. Whoa, what happened there? Stealth, and I'm going in on the Steward. We'll get that stun and the health pot so I can be greedy and stay in for that Heart of the Wild. And okay, I did get my rip off. I was worried I didn't spin my second rip. I'm going to go ahead and dispel the Priest. Oh, never mind, I was going to Ironbark Kev. Okay, now I'm going to Ironbark Kev. I'm going to sit on this Dispel. Let them take care of the poisons. Pull is winding down, so let's go ahead and build up some combo points and stuff for the next pull.
The soothing sounds of my harp brought Verisa joy beyond measure. I'll need that relic.
Logic Fox. Morning, Ragnar. Been a hot minute. Yeah, how's it going? Good morning to you. Okay, that's on me. Let's go ahead and... I'm doing well. Just trying to squeeze in some last IO before reset tomorrow. Okay, swift mending the tank to extend everything. gonna jump in. I can rake this guy without worrying about breaking the stealth. And we're gonna just convoke to handle this damage. So go ahead and pre-Ursals, and then we'll knock now. Hey. I'm gonna go ahead and send Heart of the Wild on to this guy. Here's the Spore Dispersal. Swiftmend, Wild Growth, Consume Everbloom, and I'm going to go ahead and Trank. Try to keep people safe past the damage of that Firehawk before they get the stop. Don't need to Wild Growth now because there's no damage. I'll go start the...
Well now,
Oh, he's got it.
that Dragonhawk seems to have stolen my heart. She won't let you close without a fight.
Or Spore Dispersal again, we'll Wild Growth and then Consume Everbloom Healing. And then we're just kind of spot healing the lower targets with regrowths beyond that. Don't think I need Convoke because the damage is just about done, so we'll just handle this with another Wild Growth and Everbloom Healing. Flat's going to grab that, so I'm going to go ahead and sneak a quick little drink. Been out of the loop since Dragonlands, well, welcome back. Just a pretty decent expansion. The War Within. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. And I'm going to save my invokes and stuff for healing here. So I'm going to sit on my damage pot, and then we're going to send it with my Heart of the Wild here. Once my Heart of the Wild comes off cooldown. Build up some combo points. Okay, looking for who the updraft is going to be on now. Who is it? It's those two. Invoke that. I had put Life Bloom on the Hunter, and I was going to Iron Bark the other target, but the Hunter was still taking too much damage even beyond that, so. Oh, I did it again. That's the reason we bricked the 18, is because I stood and took a tick of that, and I did not learn from my mistakes, and I did it again. So that's definitely something I'm going to have to improve if we're ever going to do any hierarchies on this. Okay, who's it on? Kev and the Hunter. Slot should be okay here. Who's this on? Me. I don't have Iron Bark, so I'm going to go ahead and Frenzied Regen this. Then I'm going to handle the rest with Convoke afterwards. Our Life Bloom is off. We need to get that back up. I'm going to put it on myself here. I'm going to Stampede. I don't have Stampeding Roar. I was thinking of Tranking, but I can't really stop to do that. So we just kind of have to rely on our instant casts. There we go. And I'm going to approach this differently. I've been moving Life Bloom to a different target. I'm just going to keep it on me instead. And try to rely a bit more on the increased cleave healing rather than the Blooming Frenzy. I don't know if that is a good play or not. It's definitely an easier play.
Sylvanas didn't ask to be Ranger General, but She gave everything to the task, including her life.
Okay, looking for the steward. We'll go ahead and just Heart of the Wild into the steward and get max bleeds. Dispel the hunter, and we're gonna put some prow heals into the paladin. Oh dear. Sack.
She trained with a bow gifted by our mother. Undead fanatics have invaded to loot it and anything else that belonged to her.
Alright, and in this pull I really can't DPS. I'm going to go ahead and pre-ramp everybody with some rejuves. Willbringer's about to do her thing. Okay, we're going to have Wild Growth and then proc Everbloom. Looking for people that don't have 2 stacks of rejuves. Okay, and now that's done, we can afford to now fit in some damage. We might have another round of that soon. So let's put rejuves up on everybody. Put that dispel and that poison as ASAP as possible. I don't really have time to wait, so I opted to do my Everbloom before casting Wild Growth. Okay, let's move Lifeline back to the tank for this pull. I'm going to stealth. I cannot stealth. So we'll just start putting out some bleeds instead. So we've got to watch our feet here. I've been saving Invoke for healing for this pull, but we've done a really good job of stopping all the poisons, so I haven't needed it. We'll go ahead and Stampeding Roar this. Fresh Life Bloom, Extend, Stealth. Go ahead and get some prio damage in on the dude here. Get out some bleeds on the others. I'm going to go ahead and just convoke this. Stamp, Incap Roar to try to stop that Poison Blade. And I've got Bark Skin for this. We're going to refresh Life Bloom on the other target. We're going to use Nature's Swiftness to help with the Priest. Let's build up some combo points so that I'm able to put some quick, easy prio damage into the Woebringer here. I am going to... Oh, nice. I'm going to go ahead and move Life Bloom to myself to prep for this. And as soon as it starts, I'm going to go ahead and Trank right now. And we'll go ahead and send a Convoke here. Missed the refresh, unfortunately, on my Life Bloom. Let's get a round of rejuves out. Threaten Swiftmend, and target's dead, so... Nice to see Cat Weaving still to play. It is not, actually. It's just my play, because I hate casting. But casting is actually a lot more damage. But a lot of the hierarchy pushers have moved to more like a hybrid build, so they still have Cat Weaving stuff for all the prio damage and stuff like that. But like for AoE, for example, it's like Starfire is far and above better. Oh boy, that was... Can't talk, apparently. Starfire is still far better than any kind of AoE DPS that Cat can do. So but I hate standing there and casting Starfire, so I just opted to drop it. But
Yes, you're mine.
been doing a hybrid build where it's cat weaving and then it just brings Starfire for the AoE spam, but I find that I hate pushing it, so I'm just gonna not do it. You can't make me. Not gonna do it. Healer damage is really pathetic anyways this season, so
Darkness lingers.
oh, it's so fun to get the claws out. Yeah, it's fun. I like it. It's a fun multitasking game.
Yes, you're mine.
I really need some extra cryo damage into... Actually, no, they're a lot closer than I thought.
Shadows descend.
Just root that back there and then get the dispel. Arc skin this. Oh, Kev.
Yes, you're mine. Idiot.
Invoke, and then I'll Stampeding Roar away. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and just... Yeah, I'm just gonna trank this. Let's get one instant dispel. Go ahead and knock that back, root it. And get the second dispel. Feel that? Play what's fun. That's why you mained Holy Priest for 2 expects? Yeah.
Loved to be admired, but she never wanted to be
Kind of been out of the priest game for a bit here, unfortunately.
We have one more relic to find.
I'm probably just gonna hard focus Druid going forward. Now whenever I play my alts, I just wish I was back on my Druid, so. Alright, let's watch our feet here. Alright. And we really need prior damage on the archer. There she is. Break ranks, gotta move out of that. Gotta watch feet. And then I'm gonna move Lifeline back to myself here for this Screech that should be coming up. I'm gonna go ahead and ramp the group with some extra rejuves to handle that because this is the double breaker pull, I think. Yeah, double breaker pull. So really gotta stabilize the group in between each one. There's the interrupting Screech. We're gonna go ahead and Bark Skin. Holy Priest is fun. If it had a tank spec, for quality of life, especially at the beginning of the season and stuff like that, because I really hate doing open world stuff on my priest, unfortunately. And then also, just I really disc and raid is probably my least favorite healing spec, unfortunately. So if I could avoid needing to do that frequently, then that'd be better. Because holy and raid is definitely a blast.
We'll need that map from them.
I just dislike having to frequently go disc and raid. Okay, just gonna get some Heart of the Wild Prow damage into the Mystic. I'm gonna be watching for the Dispel on the Mystic as well. Let's go ahead and Iron Bark. Just kind of spinning plates on the group here. Here's the Bloodlust and soothe it quickly. Trank this as well. Move out of that. Struggled with this, just found you had too much fun on Holy, even open world didn't bother you? Yeah. Disc and Keys is a lot of fun. I enjoy that a bunch, but Raid Disc is just not my jam. If I'm going to play a ramping healer, I would much rather play either Resto Druid or Mistweaver is honestly, in my opinion, the perfect design for raid ramping healer. Really like Mistweaver's design. Oh, we got to get this soothe. I gotta. Nope, he's just dead. Got the soothe. He was just too low. Got some axes or something at a bit poor time. Remember mid Shadowlands could out DPS folk and Mythic Plus at times? Oh yeah, holy DPS is crazy.
I'll take you down myself.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and damage pot, or Heart of the Wild. I'm gonna Convoke as well. Probably shouldn't have done that because I don't have Trank to cover us. Stack in here. I'm just gonna go ahead and top him with a Nature Swiftness. Alright, we're okay. Let's get our bleeds back out. Yeah, especially after the Dragonflight changes from what they did to whatever it's called, Burning Vehemence or whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and Iron Bark the Priest. Nice. That sack was very necessary because he was going to die to that phase. Just going to go ahead and defensively Convoke here. Let's get our bleeds back up for this next leapy thing he does. What was that? I don't know what happened there. I feel like that was my fault. I just had like a brain fart. Senior moment or something. I got mentally stun locked by not seeing where the second circle was, and so I was thinking, oh well, maybe the hunter. What on earth is going on? Feigned it or something? He must have taken a. Yeah, he took a boulder or something. I think that's all she wrote. I think that's gonna be it. GG. And there's really not much left on this boss. It's just same thing over and over. Question is, will we be left with enough time left to do the last boss? Maybe.
We've done it.
4 minutes?
One last task remains.
I think that's enough.
I'll use these relics to return peace.
Let's see, I got pot in
Perhaps
30
then
seconds.
My sisters will return to me.
Kind of awkward because I'd love to send all my stuff right here at the beginning.
Restless heart that haunts us. Please lay it to rest.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and just send it now. And then I will just damage pot on the next convoke or something. And move this to myself. And by this I mean life bloom. Let's go ahead and go up. Wild growth back out. Let's go ahead and clear the debuff. Is this going to get all three? I don't think so, so I'm just going to get the ones that I'm guaranteed to get. And I'm going to go ahead and trank while I can stand still. And Huntard, he's just going to turtle it, so that's good. I'm just going to send defensive convoke here. And then we've got damage pot ready. We've got Heart of the Wild in 10. Just going to quickly get our hots out, and we're going to clear the debuff. Send a Nature Swiftness to get an instant cast into the Hunter. Here's the Tempest Slash. Let's clear these ones back here, I guess. Stand right there. I can hit all of them. Okay, and then I can actually damage pot here, Heart of the Wild, and then we'll have a Convoke as well. So let's get our... Let's go ahead and send a rip. I'm gonna move Lifeline back to myself here. I'm gonna reposition by one. Go bear form in case that I clipped that other one. Oh yeah, plenty of time. What was I worried about? I'm gonna jinx it. Need to go up. We'll go up on this one. Alright, cool.
At last, the spirits that linger within these halls have found peace. I hope that one day, my sisters will be able to do the same. As for myself, I shall fill these halls with music. until they
Brazil,
return
17.
home.
Who got that?
Thank you, champions.
Kev, I think. Alright. We'll go to bed. Oh, we gotta look at the breakdown. So, damage breakdown. Thanks, Fox. And healing breakdown. It would stay up. Regrowth heavy key. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and clip those and get them posted and head to bed. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for dropping back in, Fox. Welcome back. I don't know if you're playing the game still, coming back, but in any case, it was good to see you. Have a good night, or a good morning for you.